at this time. BEL, though, is something that we should talk about. Bharat Electronics is set to report its Q4 earnings. Anushi is joining in to tell us what the street is penciling off its highs. BEL started pretty robust. Anushi, what would analysts be looking for very closely when the numbers come out?
Right. So, Tamanna, if you are looking at Bharat Electronics, now they've already come out with the FY25 provisional update, in which we did see about a 16% of a growth in its revenue at the mark of 23,000 crore. So, this brings our revenue to a figure of 8,380 crore, which is a downtick of around 2.1% as compared to last year. Well, that's where, of course, the audited numbers may be slight bit different as to what the numbers are, but it's the margins which should be in focus. Now, the expectation is of a 25% odd margin as compared to 26.7%, while net profit may see about a 2.4% of a decline. Now, do note that the company already came out with its order book position wherein they had received orders worth about 18,175 crore. This is for FY25. This is versus the guidance of 25,000 crore. Missing their FY25 order guidance by about 26%, owing to a couple of defense delays that had taken place from Ministry of Defense. If you take the console order book into perspective, that stands at 71,650 crore. Now, the key monitorable here would be, of course, on the order pipeline. Your order inflow guidance, which is given, is in a large value pipeline that we are looking at almost a 50,000 crore of an expectation as compared to 25,000 crore that we saw in FY25. And this order pipeline is particularly interesting post Operation Sindoor, in which BEL has played a critical part. We've seen about the ICCS system, about the Akash Tir, how that were utilized. So prospects for the business going forward from both the domestic and the export sides would be something that we should be watching out for. FY25 export revenue had seen about a 16% of a growth. So considering even the higher defense spending that's happening in Europe, how the exports are going to shape up for the business is on a watch out for. Key order expectations for FY26 remains 25 to 30,000 crore of orders related to QR SAM. That's quick reaction surface to air missile, along with next generation corvette orders to the size of 14,000 to 15,000 crore. And even the order slippages that we saw in the final quarter of FY25, those order slippages at the tune of 6,285 crore may also reflect in the first or the second quarter of FY26. So all these points are very important for BEL, order pipeline being the biggest focus for the business going forward.
Bharat Electronic in view. Himen, would that make it to the cut for your STBT or BTST actually calls for the day?
Frankly speaking, a small cool off, so it's not my call. But yeah, if I were to do a PTST on Bharat Electronics just for today, it would be a STBT, Tamanna.
STBT. Okay. Okay. So Bharat Electronics there. What are your other